All right, folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm pretty excited for this one because today we're talking about the Hilton Honors AMEX Aspire card, which I think might just be one of the highest value cards that I have in my wallet that I can actually utilize all of those benefits and get really good value out of this card. If you guys are unaware, the Hilton Honors Aspire is one of AMEX's 3 Hilton offerings, and Hilton actually has an exclusive relationship with American Express, which means that they only have co-branded credit cards with American Express through Hilton. You might have noticed this if you're an American Express Platinum card holder, and if you have other American Express products, you've probably noticed that there's a pretty good partnership that Hilton has with AMEX, and it definitely shows through the value that you get out of this Hilton Honors Aspire AMEX card. I'm gonna say right off the bat that I personally wasn't a huge fan of co-branded credit cards in the past, whether it's with an airline or a hotel or whatever the case might be, but I've since found that there's definitely value to be had with these credit cards that offer really good perks and benefits aside from their earning capacity, which as long as you utilize them, the annual fee is definitely a wash, and you're basically getting added benefits every year for an annual fee that costs less than what those benefits are actually getting you in dollar value. In this video, I want to give you guys a broad overview of what the Hilton Honors AMEX Aspire card actually is, why it's so great in terms of its benefits, and break down each of those benefits to give you guys an analysis on that annual fee of $450, as well as personally why I think it's just really simple to use in terms of the benefits that they do offer, especially within the Hilton platform, especially compared to some of the other credit cards for hotels on the market today. So at a glance, the Hilton Honors Aspire card has an annual fee of $450. Of course, as an American Express premium travel credit card, it definitely has a pretty high annual fee, but you're going to get that value out of the benefits we're going to talk about later on in this video. The first thing we have to touch on is, of course, the welcome bonus right now. With spending just $4,000 in the first 3 months, you get 150,000 Hilton Honors bonus points, which is a pretty good value, but this is also what I believe is the highest welcome offer that they've had for this card ever. As always, I have my link in the description box below if you guys want to use my referral, but it is the same link that you can find online if you just Google it. And so either way works, as long as you hit that minimum spend of $4,000 in the first 3 months to get those Hilton Honors points in your account. Now, with the welcome bonus, it is worth mentioning that one of the drawbacks of this card and the Hilton Honors point system is that their point values are actually a little bit lower than what other hotel chains and especially airlines and membership rewards points can be. Basically, the reason for this lower value is that if you go to Hilton's website and you try to book a hotel with points, you'll see that it's quite a bit higher than what you would pay in cash if you're just purchasing it on your card. I think while that is a little bit of a drawback, I'll say that the welcome bonus definitely still has its value, since if you consider the cent per point value at either 0.6 or maybe even 0.8, you get between $900 and $1,200 of value just from that sign-up bonus. Once again, the annual fee of $450 is a wash for at least the first 2 years if you hit the sign-up bonus. And so I think the card right now, even with just the sign-up bonus, is a pretty good value. Now that being said, we're not even scratching the surface of what this card has to offer. So normally in these videos, we go by chronological order because I do obviously have all these cards that I'm reviewing. And so we're just gonna go in my portal and take a look at the benefits that are listed on AMEX's website. But that being said, I think this time we definitely need to start with this one, which is the instant Hilton Honors Diamond status that you get just by having this card in your wallet. There is simply no other credit card out there that gives you the highest tier status on a hotel or airline platform just for simply having the card. Let's say you didn't have the Hilton Aspire card. You need to stay at Hilton properties at least 60 nights in a particular calendar year in order to get that diamond status. That's going to be a lot of money to spend if you don't have this card already. That gives you that immediate Hilton Honors Diamond status. Now you might be thinking this is just a status. It's not a free night or anything like that. But the Hilton Honors Diamond status actually gives you some pretty great value. To just name a few, Hilton Honors Diamond status gives you complimentary breakfast or food and beverage credits for 2 at any Hilton hotel. It also gives you complimentary upgrades to preferred rooms whenever the space is available. And I would say from what I've seen, if a room is available, they definitely give it to you, especially with that diamond status. You also get executive lounge access at Hilton properties, which is similar to an AMEX Centurion lounge type of thing, but it's at a hotel, and does give you access to complimentary drinks and snacks and things that you would find in an airport lounge. You also get complimentary premium internet access, which means you get the highest level of the internet that's offered at any hotel for free. Of course, you get late checkout as part of this as well. And you get 100% bonus on base points earned just for having diamond status, which means that you're getting 100% more value than you would be if you just booked that stay in cash. Finally, you also get a 48-hour room guarantee, which I think is pretty insane. This means as a diamond member, you're guaranteed a room when you make a reservation at least 48 hours prior to arrival. Lastly, as a diamond member, you get the 5th night free on award stays with Hilton Honors Diamond. Let's say you book 2 nights and you're using your free night that we're going to talk about later on in this video, and you've accumulated enough spend on this card to get that extra free night as well, you can effectively pay for 2 nights and get a 5-night stay with this Diamond Elite status. The next heavy hitter here is going to be the annual free night reward. I think this alone covers your annual cost of the card of $450 as long as you stay at the right property. If you take a look at the fine print, you'll see that there's certain hotels and resorts that are excluded from this list, which definitely makes sense because if there's a place that's, a few thousand or $10,000 a night, they're not going to have it here. But with being able to redeem your annual free night award for a hotel that costs, $1,000 or up to $1,500 just for that one night, you're getting a 3x back on the value of having that annual fee on this card just from this annual free night award. Once again, if you stack this free night with other benefits that are offered with this card, you can definitely get a pretty nice stay for a very good value. So the next one we'll see on this list is our earning a free night reward for spending $60,000 on eligible purchases on the card in a single year. Now, this is obviously a lot more helpful if you spend a significant amount of money on this card, but that being said, it does offer you another free night of a value of, pretty much up to $2,000 or $3,000 for a single night at a particular hotel, just for spending $60,000 on this card in a given year. The next one is going to be this $250 of Hilton resort credit, which I think is pretty great. And even though this is called a resort statement credit, you can actually use this at any Hilton property. So this means anything like food and beverage on the property, spa services. This also includes activities at certain Hilton resorts, and even certain room rates will apply as long as you don't prepay with your card for this $250. Once again, this $250 is more than half of what the annual fee is just in this credit alone, if you're not talking about the free night and all this other stuff. And so once again, we're already on our way to pretty insane value just from the few benefits we've talked about so far. As if the $250 of resort credit isn't enough, you also have this $100 of property credit that you get for booking at least 2 nights at a particular stay. This is something that you can use on restaurants or bars that are within the resort or hotel that you're staying at, which allows you to enjoy your vacation just a little bit more. Now, this next benefit on this list here is what I think makes the AMEX Hilton Honors Aspire card such a great value and blows every other hotel card out of the water. And this is the $250 airline fee credit that's similar to what you get with the AMEX Platinum. Now, the $250 is actually more than what you get with the AMEX Platinum, which is $200. And if you know how to do this correctly, you can actually book a flight with this, especially with United Airlines and their travel bank hack, which I've talked about in multiple other videos. But since we're not gatekeeping here on this channel, obviously I'll tell you guys really quick. Essentially, it's just paying for travel bank credits through United, utilizing this credit on this card, and you'll see that reflect back in your statement as credits for this $250 once you've made that purchase on Travel Bank with United. I would say that the majority of the time when you're staying somewhere in a hotel, you're probably going to travel there, and if you're not taking a car, you're probably going to fly. And so utilizing this $250 of airline fee credits, whether it's using this hack that I just talked about or not, I think is a great value that just adds even more to how good this card really is. As if we haven't talked about enough stuff already, you also get Priority Pass Select, which is what you get with all the big premium travel credit cards, like the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the Amex Platinum, and the Venture X, just to name a few. As I talked about in previous videos, Priority Pass, just to pay for it, costs about $469 a year, which is way more than what you're getting with the value of this card for only $450 a year, not including anything else, just getting this Priority Pass makes it a great value. The rest of these benefits on this list I'm not going to get into because they're pretty standard for the Amex premium travel credit cards, and I think across the board, whether it's Chase, Capital One, US Bank, Citi, or American Express, I think you can expect to have, all the travel insurance, these offers, TSA PreCheck, all that good stuff. I will have to mention, among all these great benefits of the Hilton Honors Amex Aspire, I think the one downside is that for paying $450 a year for this card, it's not metal. Come on. It's $450 a year. You couldn't just make this metal card. Even the Delta Sky Miles Reserve, which personally I don't think gives you as great of a value as this card does, is metal and is more fun to swipe than having this plastic card in your wallet. Now, all jokes aside, I'm sure you're probably using Apple Pay. You don't even take out your card anyway, but that pretty much sums up the key benefits of the Amex Hilton Honors Aspire card and why I think it's one of the better, if not best, hotel credit cards on the market right now. One thing I'm going to talk about briefly that I didn't mention earlier is the point earning capacity of the Hilton Honors Aspire, which initially I thought was even better than the Amex Platinum, even with the membership rewards points value, because it's actually 14x points per dollar on purchases within the Hilton portfolio. You get 7x points per dollar on flights, rental cars, and restaurants, which is absolutely insane because you get 7x points on dining. That's even higher than what the Amex Gold is. And you get 3x points on all other purchases. But then I realized that, of course, this is for Hilton Honors points only, and you're not getting, Amex membership rewards points. And so the valuation, again, of these Hilton Honors points is a little bit lower at 0.6 or maybe 0.8, but still is a great earning capacity if Hilton Honors is your hotel of choice. And you're able to maximize those benefits by booking pretty good stays, by stacking the other rewards that we talked about on this list. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like down below. Comment if you guys have any questions or if you want me to talk about, maybe another travel credit card or another Hilton Honors card that's similar to the Aspire. But once again, as always, this is not a sponsored video. I just talk about the credit cards that I have in my wallet and ones that I definitely think you guys should get great value out of if you're not already. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.